Hello, we're back. Heaven's Vault, episode 23. We're on our way to the Steel Empire site. Let's just keep cracking on while we talk. I don't think we did miss a turning. I think it's lying. Oh no, we were going around in a circle, weren't we? Yes, I wanted to get to the Steel Empire site at the end of the last episode. But we didn't make it there because it turned out it took a while to travel the waters, and we kept finding ruins, and we love a ruin, and we love translating stuff, and so that took priority. But we are going to make our way there. Let's have a little look at the map. Well, we've wandered off. Hopefully this road will take us there, because it looks like we've wandered in a really random direction. And all the roads are pretty slow. There appears to be a trail in the water. But to what? Question. What's wrong with the river here? I don't know. I'm not noticing anything wrong. The currents in this region are unusually weak. The rivers here are losing their integrity. Oh, here comes a ruin. Oh, perhaps that's how the Steel Empire site was lost. What have we got? It's a little house. It's a ruin from the Steel Empire, mistress. I found a battered devotional icon carved from gold, not steel. The base has been decorated with symbols too. Just a few symbols this time. Now this is the end of a longer line of text. Alright, we're at the end. So something with the goddess. Ooh. Actually, I think this is going to be a... I'm taking this out. I think everything from here is one word, and it's going to be a verb. It's going to be... It's a verb of the goddess. So... But we know it doesn't mean holy. Anyway, pray for... There we go. And something else. Oh, it's a noun of a verb of a goddess. Holiness? Pray for holiness. So, okay, so that's bless. Question. We do think it's bless. So maybe blessings. Good. Simple enough. Pray for blessings. And away we go. Why does it keep saying we missed the turning? I'm following all your special arrows. We have wandered off in random directions. I'd say this was made on the site we're searching for. We're on the right track. This should make the site we're looking for easier to find. I've been saying for a few episodes now that we've made the Steel Empire site easier to find about a dozen times now. And it reduced the area we were looking for on the map, and I'm guessing it's going to reduce the amount of yellow dots. But if you said how are we going to get to the Steel Empire site, I would have not have thought wandering off random in this direction. I would have thought we'd have gone through here and down here. But I guess we'll see. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. No ruins as far as I can see. I'm really curious as to what we are going to find in the Steel Empire site, because we know so little about it. And I am forgetful of most of the things we do know stuff about. But it is going to bridge a gap between like the ancient era and the Holy Empire era. And maybe explain some things. Maybe explain at least some of the rituals around death that we seem to see a lot of. Okay. Sculptor's Canyon. Which way now. Oh wow, this is cool. My findings suggest the Steel Empire side should be around here. Let's have a look at the old map. Yep, one single dot. So we should be approaching it soon. It seems we've not been down either of these paths before, mistress. Okay, I should have gone left there. We can go left here instead. Which way, 6? I do not know, mistress. Okay, we're going to circle around to it. Yeah. There's a branch up ahead. And we're going to go right. Yes, I agree with you, 6. Alright, and I think... I wonder if we have to go around and then in. We're going in circles, mistress. Now, I believe last time we went right. It's just so bloody slow, isn't it? Come on. Come on. Come on. It would seem we've not been down either of these paths before, mistress. I'm just going round and round and round. Right, we keep going right. We got this. We got this. We found so many trinkets that it's impossible to get lost. This should be it. Now it's just a matter of slowly. Is that it? What we're looking for? Oh, there's space enough to land. So let's land. Here we are. Finally, the Steel Empire site. Amadou says he saw a robot ship circling this place. Is this where the ancients carved their statues? Yeah, Amadou's going to be really interested in what we find from this. He's a tricksy character, but
Sometimes when you find a place,
I like him.
You find it overflowing with humanity, with life, with joy, with family, with struggle. Flames that burn so brightly, they can still be seen as dancing shadows. Hundreds, thousands of years later. And then other places are not like that.
I'm going to go around the back first. I don't think I can. I don't want to miss out on anything, you know. Sometimes there's secret carvings. Whoa. Okay, so it's like a mining area. Right, let's look over here. Question. Sorry, they were talking and I was in my head. Perhaps something happened. What could have happened to do this, mistress? The soil here is rock dust. The air is no more than backwash. Nothing has ever grown here. A metal rail. A track. Question. Were they quarrying? Mining? Or just carrying away the spare rock from the carvings? Okay. An overturned cart. Just like the one on the dig site where we met Sire. Ah, there's an inscription. Just above the dust. What have we got? Oh, it's embossed. These symbols look new to me. Mistress. The cart is upside down? Right. Right, of course. That was funny. Oh dear. That tickled me. Okay. Day is for mining. Work. Okay, I can add my translation for day. That's good because that's a new one. We just did that last episode, I think. Okay. Now, I believe we thought this symbol was like a tool, related to a tool. So, work maybe? The day is for work. That makes sense. Hang on, I'm just going to pause and come back. All right. I had an itchy face and I went to deal with that. I didn't want to go itching my face on camera. We're back. Day is for work. I think so. I thought this place made sculptures. Maybe it just faded the iron. This doesn't seem right. No, maybe it didn't make anything. Maybe it just mined everything. Right, let's have a look around before we go into the mines. There's another cart. Something in the dust. It seems to be a curved wooden piece from a rudder. It looks like it dates from the earliest days of the nebula. All right, there's something etched on it. This is one end of a fractured fragment of text. Okay, lots of stuff we're not sure about. I am sure about and stars. Stars, something. Stars, adjective, and wind, the opposite adjective to that. I believe I remember the word stars, mistress. I'm also certain of wind. That's good, because wind is also a quite recent one. I think it was written on a telescope. Anyway. Okay. We think the dotted I symbol is to do with height. So this could be above. Stars above and wind below. Oops. No. That was me being... Stars above and wind below. I like that. Stars above and wind below. Creepy music. Now this comes from the same source as the necklace. The one we discovered in the hideout moon. Having another artifact should be useful in tracking down where these things originated. This should help us work out where to look for its location. So that's from the unknown ancient site. How are we doing on that? Not great. Oh, I love how we're now calling this Heaven's Vault instead of the vague things we had before. Question. What is this place? Good question. Alright, I'm going to have a look in this corner. I just don't want any, like, inscriptions or anything to go missing. Nothing on here. Remark. I wonder how many people it took to carve one statue. One artist working alone for years, or an army of workers? Reply to myself. Either way, there must have been people working here for long stretches of time. Here. It's an opening. It'll be dark down there, mistress. Try not to trip over your feet. Okay.
The wind died as we entered the tunnel.
Remark. It opens up ahead.
The air was ice cold and smelled of rust.
Okay, don't miss out on anything. So far, just rocks.
Then we came out
Oh,
into a wide open space.
wow. Okay.
Through all the murky dark, I could make out shapes, clinging like spiders to the rock.
Is this a little village? Is this where they lived? I do not like it here, mistress. Question? Why would anyone live here? This place is terrible. We're very judgy of places we go just to work. Mistress, the chasm in the rock appears extremely deep. Proceed with caution. I mean, people... Just to answer Elias' question, people live on sites a lot of the time in jobs like this. You know, people live on oil rigs. People live on oil sands. Probably in mining communities. There's lots of places where you sort of live, at least temporarily, on site. Crates. Now, if we could open these, it might tell us what the place was for. But they're nailed shut. I haven't seen construction like this before. Maybe in the docking crater moon. The site is older than the Empire, mistress. Older than Hiox, at least. Oh. What do we see over there? No, I'm going down. There's a little dot down there. Question. How can you tell? The materials and joinery appear complex. Metal interlaced with stone and clay. Significant engineering skills must have been lost. Well, we knew knowledge had been lost. I mean, look at you. But I wonder where it all went. It's interesting. This kind of historical work we're doing. Normally, I say normally, I would expect in my knowledge, as not as a historian or anything, that you tend to expect knowledge and technology and skills to build up. So if you find something that's like, you know, brass workings, so the skill of working with brass was clearly evident on this site, then I would imagine on the timeline, you go, okay, well, this comes after the discovery of brass working. But she's approaching this because of this loop thing where civilizations fall is, or 6 is approaching it in the sense that this is a really complicated skill that the Arxian Empire didn't have. Therefore, it must be before the Arxian Empire because it must have been forgotten. It can't have been after the Arxian Empire. It's a sort of interesting backwards way of thinking. And maybe that happens in history and archaeology all the time. Maybe that is true, that you can date things because of the way skills were lost rather than because of the way skills are gained. Anyway, question. How did anyone live here? There's nothing. No water, nothing. Right, what's this? Symbols. Oh, okay. They're not actually joined together. It's like 3 symbols. So this is don't. Ooh, interesting. We don't know what this means, do we? Don't stop work, perhaps. So this is do for a time. Don't. Yeah, this one I'm not sure. But I think don't stop work seems... I think this is a very strong... I'm getting a very strong sense from the little inscriptions we found so far of... I don't want to say work ethic, but it's not work ethic. It's work... It's... What am I trying to say? It's the same sense of Amazon forging a culture where you have to work so hard you're peeing in bottles. You know what I mean? It's like keep working. It's a culture of being forced to work hard by powers above. Now, if Amadou wasn't lying to us, there should be robots here because there's a slopey Slopey slope. Or servos, at least. Okay. This is something that's crossed my... Sorry, I'm pausing a lot. Because I'm thinking a lot. And I'm also getting concerned that I'll have to stop playing this game for 3 weeks in the middle of this area, which is going to be funny to come back to. I thought servos as a term was just the localized term for robots that Amadou used. But actually, a couple of times since, it's appeared maybe that it's a subtly different thing. And I'm wondering if it's like the robots with their personality removed. Because his robots in his shop, I mean, beaten up as they were, had no heads, had no personalities. I think they were just doing things. They had no sense of self. And I wonder if that's the difference between servos and robots. Servos are just personalityless. If, mistress. Ramps, you noticed? Of course I noticed. Oh, this is weird. We've got a 2 and we've got a yellow. Let's go for 2. It's exactly like the turret we saw before on the docking crater moon. It is. It is. It's the same structure. It must be from a similar period. Yeah, this is very similar. A control room. Now, ramps mean robots. Just like Amadou said. This place was colonized then. Question. Where are the buildings? People need places to live, markets, bathhouses. There's something very wrong about this place. Control panels. Positioned with a view out over the chasm. Now we've seen this design before. These are for robots. Question. Any chance there are still some robots here? We could ask them what they were doing. There is every chance, mistress. I was buried on Arx for some considerable time and it did not impair my functionality. Alright, let's go clockwise then. Any inscriptions? None. I would have expected something. No doubt whoever used the panel knew what it was, mistress. Remark. I thought this place was used by sculptors. I was expecting an artist commune, not whatever this is. Alright, let's try turning it on. It's very easy to accidentally slip between the two things you can click on. See if it still works. And if it does, and it causes this chamber to collapse, well, who would make a control panel do that, 6? A mining operation reliant on explosive charges? Just do it, 6. Mistress. Very well, mistress. Go on, do your bleeps and your bloops. Let me see. Yes, I comprehend. What happened? What's... Oh, it's quite big, isn't it? I haven't really appreciated it. Oh, God. Okay, interesting. The control requires me to stay in proximity to it, mistress. Otherwise, it will reset. Why? Why would a robot need to guard a bridge control like that? It's not tiring, thankfully. Okay, let me just have a quick look at it. I'll be right back. I haven't really had a look. So, that turned that. So it's becoming clear that we might have to, like, construct... We'll get to that in a minute. A path? We can't go the whole way yet, though, can we? Okay, that's fine. There's a lot of dots. There's a lot of dots. But let's deal with the dots in front of us. And then let's deal with this inscription and all that stuff. Mistress, you have returned. Are you going to let go? Okay. It's alright. We can put it back. We can put it back. Okay. Okay, I didn't actually tell you to do that. Did I tell you to release that? Well, I assumed since you were here. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Now, this one's been broken open. Wiring's been ripped out. Why would someone do that? I need to double check something. To make it work, or to stop it from working? Sorry, I need to check something on my phone. Apologies. I believe the far panel was destroyed by a robot, Mistress. The wiring has been systematically undermined. Alright, let's wander around the side here. Please do not go off exploring again. I want to look at the inscription. I love inscriptions. Nebula drinks something, you something. But we don't know it's Nebula. Let's have a look at Nebula to start with. Just to, yeah, star. We know it's star, so we know it's many stars. This thing is like a multiplier, an extremifier. What the hell name was I using for that? God. Intensifier. That's what I was saying. Okay, Nebula drinks. Now, where did we find drinks before? Okay, we know it's water. It's the act of water. Nebula drinks. Okay. I think I'd prefer it to be flows, but okay. Blood, possibly. If it's like water of life, if we're connecting the terms of water and life, then it's probably blood. I think these are workers. It's graffiti, right? So I think these are workers who are unhappy. So they're like, the nebula drinks your blood, drinks the blood you provide, maybe? Very similar to shine, but without the shininess. So maybe shines means provides light. Shines means provides light. So I like that. Nebula drinks the blood you provide. That seems like a disgruntled labor graffiti. What was this place? It was a mine. They were overworked. A mine for some kind of core resource. It was overworked and I don't know, they... Oh, look at the light coming down. And I don't know if they destroyed the place. The broken panel we saw, Mistress. If it was indeed broken by a robot operating under direction from its ethical core, maybe it was broken to keep something in. Question. You think there's a monster down there? There are no monsters here or anywhere else. Well, I await your alternate explanation, Mistress. Yeah. If it was a mine where people were overworked and then maybe they, you know, overcame the place, they talked, they staged a walkout, they rebelled. But then also if it was run by robots, did the robots rebel? What are we seeing here? It's almost closed. Oh yeah. But stuck on something. Oh, don't stick your hand in a hole. Jesus Christ. A lightweight glass bottle. I think it dates from ancient times. And is there... There is! You can still smell it. Don't drink it. I cannot. It's a perfume bottle. Around the lip is an inscription, mistress. Okay. Now this one is a broken piece from a longer phrase. Alright. Let's start with with you? Doesn't this mean you're? The garden goes with you? I'm sure my translation for garden is right now. Okay, good. Okay, that's the whole phrase. The garden goes with you. I've not seen a little thing appear before to complete the phrase. By the stars. That was a long one. What's this? Okay. So we've definitely perfume. Yeah, I guess a perfume would be the garden going with you. Perfume sellers always promise the sun itself. A most curious assertion. Now, most likely this comes from the same place as the piece of rudder we found here before. Having this should help us find the source. This should help us locate the unknown, extremely ancient site. Good. Great. Triangulated. How triangulated? Not that triangulated. It's a bit smaller. It's not overlapping with the vault anymore. Alright, walkways. How do we focus on those again? It's hard to imagine how this was built. This place must have been quite an operation in its time. The walkways appear still stable, mistress. Okay, now, when we raised that up, we only kind of got... See where our head is? We got to that second pillar. But I don't think it finished off and allowed us to go over there. There must have been a way across once. There are buildings over there. Storerooms? Barracks? Let's make a nice picture. Nope, face that way. Nope, face that way. Okay, I've got to do this quickly. Good. I want to make a nice thumbnail, and she constantly decides to turn a different way for some reason. All right, I'm going to push this up again and see how far I can walk and see what I can get from it. I'm worried that the answer is going to be not much. Okay, so that's the first. I guess this is the first pillar. And then I think the second one also comes up. Maybe not. Yeah, the second one did come up. Ah, but it doesn't get us to the second pillar.
Once, I'd found a hangar underground on Elbereth.
I hope these things were soundly built. 6. I hear you, mistress. Oh, got it. Do you think she was... She said once I found a hangar on Albereth underground, but she didn't finish that thought. I wonder if I walked too quickly for her to finish the thought. Lower the walkway again, 6. I get it. Because now we can get across. It's not about raising the other side. It's about... Oh, God! I still cannot reach you, mistress. The iron cart has moved. But there's a gap I cannot jump. That's alright, we'll be fine. See you later. Question. Can't you hopper over the gap? Is there an eye? I cannot hopper without an eye. I'm not magical. Perfect. Let's go. Let's have a look at this, whatever this is. Mistress, come back. Don't you worry your little light bulb head about it.
A narrow shelf of rock jutting from the chasm wall. Grey buildings watched me with empty eyes.
Let's start with this little area. There's nothing here. But there could have been. Let's start with the lit up bit. It's another control panel. Now, these panels seem different. Well, that's because they're smashed up. They've been sliced open. Like someone wanted to get the wire in. Let's look at the symbols first. It might give us a hint as to what the wiring does. There's a few words in this one. Oh, it's got this one that I don't understand. Alright, we. Oh, I wonder if it's connected to that actually. It's got the X. Let's start from the end. Hope. We shall hope. It's this thing. I think this might be all one thing. It's like this and the X something. What am I missing? Okay, so this is wrong because it's allowing us to keep putting stuff down. I'll have to save the rest of this for later. It's too complicated for her to... Does we, shall, axe, hope work? Let's connect the wiring. Now let's see here. Shoving your hand in somewhere too. Luckily you're as flat as a pancake. Now if I can get my hand under here. Got it. Okay, that's made things tricky. And if I twist here, I think that's going to hold. Okay, let's have a little look. Okay, this is not great for us currently, but I'm going to connect the other wiring and see what happens. Remark. Well, I suppose it was obvious there were people here. What would robots do with all this? They are the masters after all. Alright, let's connect these wires. Okay, well now 6 can get across, but we can't. On my way, mistress. Yeah, but you're on your way to the wrong place. Oh, that should hold. Mistress! I feel stuck. Okay, let me undo this one. And undo that one. Is that good? Is that good? I'll be with you shortly. Good. Okay, great. I'm ready now. We can carry on. I'm ready. Mistress. What's the option 2 here? Okay, so now I can get 6 to do this stuff, so I can move around. Question. You made it across. The walkways are most stable, mistress. Impressively engineered. I still believe we should hop her back, however. You never want to do anything. I need to sneeze. No, I'm alright. Okay. What's happening? Why is the... It's stuff like this that makes this game fall short. Like, what is happening? I'm not touching anything? It's just decided to go on a bit of a wander of its own, camera-wise. Okay, just the cloth? Just the cloth. Okay. I hope there's writing on this cloth. Cloth. Beds. Must have been old families down here. I mean, they're barely beds. There's like tiny pillows. Oh, I hate this place, 6. Time to depart, mistress? No. Jesus Christ, 6. Right, I'm going around the corner in case there's any writing on the back of these houses. Nope. Okay. Clothes. Anything in here? Okay, could you just... Can I go in here? No. Okay, so this is just another home. But again, it's a very cheap home, you know? There's not real beds, there's not real amenities. I'm very concerned this is also slavery-based system, you know? Okay, nothing else for us to see here. So... I need us to get up there. So... I think I want you to do this one. Stay by this panel. Oh. I don't know which one I clicked on. Damn it, I didn't want to do that. The focus changed while I was... Wait, what's he doing? Is that good? What have we done? I think I clicked on the wrong one because I think it changed just as I was... Okay, that's fine though. I'm going to say stay by... Let it go. Wow, you can only do one at a time. That's interesting. I could do both at a time because I'm cool and human. Okay, can you be cool now? Right, now I'm going to... I'm going to say stay by this panel 6. And then when I walk out there... Okay, activate it. Mistress. Mistress, I do not approve. I don't care if you approve. Just like, this is how we do it. Okay? We're solving a puzzle. There's no other way I'll get across this chasm and you know it. It's perfectly safe. Probably. Alright, here we go. Raise the walkway. For me. Funny to have a little puzzle like this in the middle of it. It's not the kind of puzzle that's been part of this game so far. Whoa, there's symbols written in rocks. I see them. I see them. I want to go straight to them. Don't break the control panel, 6. Look. And you watch your step, mistress.
Deep pits had been cut down into the rock, while overhead, a natural opening yawned into space.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely a mine. Yeah, let's look at these. They're symbols. Scattered rocks. Fallen through the hole in the roof, I suppose. No, they look like symbols. They're only right here, which is strange. No, they're symbols. Look. Oh, I see now. These rocks are laid out as glyphs. Yes. Something went on here that they were trying to communicate to us. Now, I've got one of these words in my notebook, but I'll have to take a stab at what's left. I mean, it's going to be save us, isn't it? But let's decipher it. So, provide life. This thing is to do with life, the notion of life, provide life, save. Save us. Fairly simple. Contextually and glyphically. The people who worked here, they were trapped. Were they enslaved by the robots? Did the robots leave them down here? What about their precious ethical cause? Yes. This is a creepy, concerning place. Okay, where do we want to go next? Let's just look at this dot. There was a dot that appeared here. How do we get to it? I guess let's have a look around. Let's peer into the hole. It seems to go on forever. It doesn't, of course. But still, I wouldn't want to fall in. Let's go look at this one. Okay, nothing here. Oh, there is a little dot here, though. Just going to have a quick check around this side to make sure there's no dots that I'm missing. I can't look down. My camera won't go up this time. So let's have a look at this dot. There's a rock in the way. There's another rock in the way. Now there's something just visible. A black fragment of sailcloth dating from the earliest days of the nebula. And the fabric seems to be marked with symbols. And the symbols say... this one is a tattered fragment from an even longer phrase. Okay, so... which bits do we know? So sky. Boom. God. Sky God. Okay, we don't know what this is. I think it ends here. And then we've got life. So it could be brings or sends or raises. I haven't quite nailed this symbol yet. That will probably be really useful if I do. And then something... so winds goes here, but I think the whole word is this. So it's... oh, rivers. Here we go. Sky God sends life up the rivers, I think. Okay, rivers good. Sky God breathes. I think this is going to be something like up, because it's like of height up. I want it to be breathes. Hold. So that's hold. Okay. Okay, I'm going to write this down in my little notebook, because even though it's kind of pointless, but I think maybe I need to sort of remember that. Okay. Hold something high. Demands. Maybe Sky God demands life up the rivers. Holds high is a demand. Let's go for demands. And let's go for upon. Sky God demands life upon rivers. Yeah, that'll do for now. Was there a deity for sailing, I wonder? I was thinking that when I put Sky God together. We haven't seen things phrased like that, so I do know there was a Sky God after all. Now, I think this comes from the same place as the bottle and the rudder I found here earlier. There must have been frequent travel between these two locations. This will make the unknown, extremely ancient site easier to locate. Good. Are you smaller now? You are. We've taken a chunk out of you here. Great. Oh, there's something carved in the edge here. Good. Let's go look at it. Now this one is a fractured piece from an even longer phrase. On the side of the pit. Okay, from. So this is like machine or tool related to something. We don't know. Okay, what do we know? Life. So something comes life from something comes... Oh, we got... Okay. From something comes something. From something comes life. Oh, into. So, from something comes... I think whatever this is the opposite of it, because it's got the X. Although I'm kind of concerned that this is actually all one thing. Anyway. From something comes something. Into something comes life. Into work comes life. So again, it's a strong work mantra. Okay, not into. Okay, so I think this all might be one thing. So let's go with from something comes something. Comes life. I think that's all we've got. No, it wants us to do more. Okay, from something comes something, from work comes life. Happy with that? Okay, I can add my translation for work to dictionary now. That's good. A tool of doing. Interesting. Now, we thought this symbol that was a bit like a rainy mountain meant item. But maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe this phrase with the thing means metal. These things are made of metal. Crystal's not made of metal, but it's kind of, maybe this is means in like a substance. So it's like a shining substance. So this is like a metallic substance. From metal comes metal. From work comes life. I think that's kind of what you'd have. That makes sense to be written on a metal mine, a steel mine. From metal comes metal, from work comes life. Yeah, I think that's correct. That's a strange motto for a sculptor. We're not in a sculptor place. Come on, you know this. You know this. I know you don't want to believe it, but you know it. Right, let's how do we... These rocks are unnecessary. Oh, there's a ladder going down there. Oh, God. I mean, we could go down there. Mistress, I can see you. Mistress, please desist. What does this say? Drop in a stone. All right, let's see how deep you go. Still falling. Okay, I'm going to go up here first. The loneliest clink echoed back up from the shaft. Okay, I can't climb up here. Deeper than any stone could need. Okay, and here we are. I'm writing in my notepad. I'll take my thing out of my face. About to climb into pit in steel mine. Exclamation mark. And then I'm going to... a bit of red around it, so I know it's important. And then that... tragically... I just heard a big crash. In real life. I'll deal with that in a second. That, tragically, is where we're going to leave this episode. It's a cliffhanger. It's not only a cliffhanger, but for me, it's an even bigger cliffhanger because I'm about to climb down here. but I'm going to have to wait 3 weeks to do it in real life. For you, it'll be a couple of days. What's going to happen is next episode's going to start and I'm going to be like, I have no memory of anything. So fingers crossed it all comes flooding back to me. We'll see. If you're watching so far, thank you so much. Please stick around for the next episode because it could be catastrophic. And I'll need your help, even though you're not allowed to tell me anything and you exist in the past. No, you exist in the future. I exist in the past. You're in the future. When you write comments, it's in the future. Anyway, thanks so much. If you've been enjoying it, let me know. And I'll see you on the other side. This has been fun. It's going to be weird. We'll do our best when we come back. I'll see you then. Bye-bye for now. Maybe I'll have had a haircut by then. Who knows? It could be a dramatic change in my appearance.